There we go. Now, hopefully you guys can hear me. Hello, hello. All right. Tonight, the topic is just one product, start making $1,000 a day on Amazon. The reality is that is just a starting point. We can talk about how we can do much more than that, although $1,000 a day from experience makes a huge difference in people's lives. And we want to show you what that looks like here in 2024. So just kind of get right to it. There is I am Jamie Davidson, longtime Amazon seller. I've run the leading Amazon coaching and training program. I work directly with Amazon. I work with a lot of other brands internationally as well too. And these are sales from our own brand, myself and my co-founders. And we did over $100 million in sales. We broke that. We started in 2011. We broke the $100 million mark by 2018. And we've continued to grow since then. And so we are the largest sellers that actually are into kind of training and helping other people. We've helped 1,000 plus people out there. So again, here's one brand over 3.8 million. This is in a month, 2.58 million in a month. And we're excited about the year-over-year growth that we put up as well too. So I see someone from Lawrenceville, Georgia, not too far from me. In that category, we're selling in is cell phone accessories, but the category is not as important as the opportunity. I do speak on a lot of stages here, mostly in the US. So let's jump in. I want to make sure I give you guys as much value as we can when we're going through here. The reality is we could spend an entire week at least going through different things every day. So I'm going to compact touch on a few different things here in, like I said, a relatively short period of time. All right. So this is our latest methods here in 2024, how to go about it. I used to have a podcast called the $75 million Amazon Seller in 2016, but then we grew 100 million. This is my business partner, Joey. She has her own podcast, really our podcast that she's the host of, called the Fearless Sellers Podcast, that does really well. And again, together we've helped tons of people really break free and be successful in this business. Again, speak at plenty of events, on stage all the time. And I take a lot of pride. The biggest names in the industry we collaborate with, and we share our expertise with them. Some of these people you may not know, some of you may know, guys like Kevin King. This is my Amazon guy who actually lives up the road, buddy of mine here. Brandon Young runs a really good seller as well. Mina, top PPC guy. So again, we kind of run in the circles of the top players in the industry that we all get out there. We're not internet gurus that kind of hide behind a computer, but you don't see them out there really doing the business. So this is why people come to us and trust us for information. And I'm excited to be here with AMZScout in the partnership here to bring some information to you guys tonight. This is an important one because I get this question a lot is, what's the status of Amazon? Is it still a good opportunity? And I've been hearing this. I remember back in 2015, 2016, people came to me and said, yes, I know, Jamie, you started back here, but now it's so much bigger. And did I miss the boat? Did I miss the opportunity? Meanwhile, look at this, grow. These are in billions of dollars just on Amazon.com sales, right? So these are sellers, most of which are sales, and most of these sales are made up of sellers just like you and I, right? The ability for third-party sellers to sell. On Amazon, there's third-party sellers, and then there's Amazon itself. Third-party sellers, we make up about 30% we make up about 60% of the sales, and it's growing probably closer to 70%. And Amazon projects it's going to be around 630 billion in sales this year is the projection. So you can see it's on its way to $1 trillion. And this is just Amazon, right? The whole e-commerce industry is a multi-trillion-dollar industry, and it's growing. It's one of the only multi-trillion-dollar industries that's growing at double-digit rates here. So one of the reasons I decided to get into Amazon is because I wanted to be in an industry, in a space that I thought had a lot of runway, right? A lot of time to really be successful and to make things happen. And so that is why. And you can see Amazon, just think about this chart. Where do you think this chart's going to look like for the next 5 years, right? I mean, it's going to be over $1 billion or over $1 trillion just on Amazon, right? Because they dominate with Amazon Prime. So just keep that in mind that we are in the early stages. And it's like, if you were in the car industry in the late, in the 1920s going, oh, did I miss the boat of the first couple of years of the car industry? It's like, well, no, the auto industry is going for another 100+ years. You're just fine. But again, we are in a very fast growing stage of this industry. And that's why it's such a great opportunity to jump at it. This is the top part I was talking about. You can see it's around 60% of these sales come from third-party sellers. This is the third-party seller sales compared to Amazon. It keeps going up and up and up. So not only is the total pie going up, but the total dollars and percentage of people like you and I of Amazon keeps increasing a lot too. A couple other people, this is, we call Uber driver John, who was literally my Uber driver, taking my boys to their lacrosse tournament up in Delaware. He asked me, actually I was going out for dinner that night to meet families, and he just asked me, what do I do for a living? What do we do? He asked if he could have my contact information. The first month following the process, he nailed $10,000 with his product within 3 weeks of launching, and he launched super quick, right? And so the possibility of this stuff is quick and it's powerful. And John is, it says his Instagram there. You can see stuff online. David and Leah, people have helped out a ton. David has they've sold their business for $4.1 million in just 2.5 years. They've sold 5 brands now for over $13 million. He was in pharmaceutical sales, and his goal was he wanted to be home with his wife and his kids. He was on the road all the time, and so they called that Operation Bring Daddy Home. And they launched their first brand, and they sold it for $4 million in just 2.5 years, and then they sold several more. So it's pretty cool what you can do with this stuff. On my end, prior to this, I had no prior Amazon experience until I got involved. I had a lot of success, let's say, some corporate jobs in terms of I was a chief operating officer for a large education training company. I was CEO of another company that was bought by a private equity group. I'm a former military officer, but when it came to Amazon, I didn't have any specific background in Amazon until I just got in and learned and figured it out. And with my co-founder, again, we did over $100 million on Amazon, and I'm the co-founder of AMZ Insiders. As far as who's this for, like I say, it's really for anyone who's never sold on Amazon, but you're interested in building like a side income, a side hustle while you have another job currently. Maybe you've never sold on Amazon, but your goal is like, hey, I really want to get out of this current job I'm in. I want more flexibility. We call this, there's things called income. You think of like a graph like income freedom and time freedom, right? And what we want for you is a lot of people have maybe a decent income, but they've got no time income. Their time is not their own, right? They're constantly tied into meetings and work schedule of someone else's company, right? So they have some money, but they don't have the time flexibility that they want. Or some people maybe don't have good income right now, but they have some time. Like we have a lot of like working mothers that are getting back. They want to build something more financially. They have some time. Maybe they don't have the momentum currently financially, but they can invest the time into it. We have some people that are struggling financially and with time, right? They're not where they want to be, and they're trying to break free. What we try to help people get to with AMZ Insiders and partner is to help people get to that point where you have the financial freedom you want along with the time freedom you want, right? That's kind of the AMZ Insiders zone that you want to get to. The last couple buckets of people we work with a lot are people that have started but not having success with Amazon, right? So they come to us like, hey, I've been doing this, it's not working out. Or we get some bigger sellers that are like, hey, Jamie, they know me well. Like, hey, we're doing between 1 and 10 million. We want to get to 15 million, 20 million, 30 million, or we'd like you to help us exit the brand and sell it for a big payday. So on my end, I didn't know there was this massive opportunity about Amazon. My next door neighbor was doing it when I moved to Atlanta. Native Chinese guy, he was selling cell phone accessories and out of his garage. And I was like, what's the deal here? I knew he was, he had a full-time job regularly, but he was trying to replace the wife's income. And I got involved basically through him and realized the power of the business. All right. So the reality is you need a mentor to be able to help you with a lot of these things. So I knew there was just massive opportunity. I just didn't know exactly how to go about it. Right. It was like, what's this Amazon thing? I didn't know if I could sell on Amazon back then, because I thought maybe, he spoke Mandarin and I did not. So I thought maybe that was an edge why he could do it, but I couldn't. You don't know what you don't know, right? I just know that there was a big opportunity with Amazon, but I didn't quite understand it. So you may be in that same bucket, or maybe you understand it as well too, but you're looking to learn more. So a couple things around products. Again, tonight I'm going to go through a few things pretty quick. And again, I'll answer as many questions as we can for you guys in a little bit. But, finding these products, there's a couple things. One, before I even jump into the product thing, I would say for all of you guys, there's a huge part of this that is mindset and belief, right? You've got to really believe and understand the opportunity. We call it a wealthy mindset versus a poor mindset, right? You've got to understand this ability to invest in yourself, invest in your business. Kind of the poor mindset is often what we see is people confuse spending money on like shopping, buying themselves stuff as the same type of spending money on an investment in your business. There's a huge difference, right, between buying things that you're going to consume or buying things that are stuff that are not going to provide a financial return, and investing in a business opportunity like this that provides you an incredible return on it, right? And so we talk about whether it's your own money or whether it's, we say OPM, other people's money. And so that is an important way. Just have that right mindset about the opportunity to really be successful and get yourself around successful people in the space, because it is such a powerful opportunity. You can create so much leverage. I don't call it passive income. I call it leveraged income, meaning that we do some work on the front end, getting this stuff right. But then with that, I'll wake up tomorrow morning and have all these sales from overnight. And Amazon's handling all the shipping, all of the fulfillment of it, all the customer service, right? So I'm getting incredible leverage out of this opportunity in this business. And that's what I want to show you. Well, I'm going to go a little bit, again, tactical here or down here and show you guys some of the criteria we use for our thousands of products. We sell over 2,000 different products. The reality is you only need one product. My business partner, Joey, she had one product. She came to us at AMZ Insiders. She built that one product to 1.2 million in just over a year. And we helped her sell the business to someone else for over $1 million. And now she's launching it again. So some real basic things as far as, how do you find products? That's the number one thing people ask us, is that it can just start pretty basic. Brainstorm, what are your hobbies, problems, passions, trends with kids, or elsewhere. We've launched a product that did over $1 million. That was something my son came home with and had used from a friend. It was one of like the little Segway scooters several years back, the little two-wheel things you could ride. And we discovered it then. We ended up sourcing over $1 million worth of products and selling it. It was cool, all from an idea from my kid. All right. On Amazon.com itself, you can literally use Amazon to see so much data on there. They provide so much information for shoppers. You can use that for yourself. You can see all the best sellers on Amazon. When you look at a product, you can see what else is being served up, what other related items people are buying. You can literally type on Amazon, start typing letters, and Amazon will start searching or start providing the phrases that it thinks are the most relevant. And then you can take those phrases and dump them into a tool like AMZScout, like we'll show in a minute, and help validate. Community is a concept of that you can leverage communities to help validate your products, get feedback on your products. This sometimes takes a little bit longer because you can use your existing Amazon customers to capture their emails, to get them in a Facebook group, right? Get them and then get their feedback and ideas and excitement over additional products and different colors, different variations of your product. At the highest level, these are basically what we're looking for. We're like, hey, is there some community that we can cater towards? Is there a common thread for this customer, right? Like, who is our ideal customer? And then we just want to know, is there enough sales volume on Amazon? Can we be competitive based on the number of reviews of other sellers? Can we make enough profit? And we want profits of at least 35%, typically 35 to 50% before advertising, okay? And so we're going to show you guys in a little bit. I'll do a live demo of, a few examples from it as well too. So, again, Amazon itself does all this for you. Amazon FBA is such a massive opportunity because, again, Amazon, if you think of yourself as a customer, if you buy an Amazon Prime membership, you get the product shipped to you within 48 hours, often one day, sometimes even the same day, right? It's remarkable. So Amazon does all of that. All you're doing is providing the product, the brand, right? And allowing things that are already popular on Amazon, right? And you're finding some ways we're going to help you make the product a little bit different, provide some value, and we're going to do some analysis, some homework up front to make sure that this product is a good opportunity, and then let the power of all that traffic in Amazon work its magic. This is more specific criteria. I won't go all above, but this is literally the deep dive criteria we use for all of our products. One key point about Amazon is that Amazon is the world's largest search engine for finding products. So just like Google is the world's largest search engine for information, Amazon's the world's largest search engine to find products, right? I mean, Amazon's bigger than the next 10 e-commerce platforms combined. And so with that, whenever you think of yourself, when you shop on Amazon, 95% of the time, you're going to type in a search term or a keyword, right? So you're going to search for something and then find the products, right? So you need to know what we want to do is we want to find good opportunity keywords and then sell a product that's related to those keywords. And that'll be part of the process. I already talked about the profitability, right? We like profitability, at least 35% profit after the Amazon fee, after the cost of our goods from the manufacturer, after the cost of shipping it from the manufacturer to us. We want at least 35%. And we prefer products that are $25 and greater. You can do it for occasionally less, but there's smaller profitability, smaller margins. So you have to be a little more careful if you're going to sell a product less than 25. 25 or greater, you have a nice cushion there. Brand focus, because your brand is what is creating the value for your asset. Okay, it is worth as your sales grow, the value of your brand becomes worth more and more of what someone else would be willing to pay for it. And Amazon really appreciates it because they know if you're your own brand, they know that you're legitimate. They know you're not going to be fraudulent. They know you're not selling someone else's product, right? Like, all these things are problems for Amazon when all these kind of bad actors do that. So when you own your own brand, it means like you're doing the real thing, right? You're not trying to jump on someone else's listing or create other issues. And that's why Amazon gives you all these benefits because you're a brand owner. They give you all these special features like videos, the listing at the bottom called A+ content, or used to be called enhanced brand content. All the charts and comparisons, there's all these bells and whistles you get turned on when your brand is registered with Amazon. Of course, you have to own your brand for that. And then a couple little tips at the end relating to other products that you can eventually launch. Subscribe and save is a really cool feature. If you have a product that's subscribe and save, where the customer signs up and they keep buying and buying and buying, that's like the holy grail, right? Because you continue to get more and more sales from those subscribers. And then one thing that's really been key to our success on Amazon is that we're always focused on quality, the quality of the product. And it doesn't have to be in some crazy way, whatever else, but we want to make sure when we're not going to go into it tonight so much, but when you're sourcing your product, there's some key questions you want to ask your manufacturer. You want to make sure your product is good or better than the top competition on Amazon. So you're going to order the competitor's product. You can look at your potential product and make sure that you're providing something really of value. In this world, when you provide value out to the world, you get value 10 times back. All right. And that's why this thinking of ourselves as product design, some people think they're not creative. The reality is we all as human beings are creative, right? We have this ability to understand opportunities and see things and make little tweaks. We all have different backgrounds and experiences from your job. Some of you may be more analytical. Some people may be more people side. Some of you guys may be, really into shopping, so you have a good sense, right? We all have some angle that makes us, gives us unique perspective to make, to have our product be just a little bit different, a little bit better out there. This last one is foreign markets. Just keep in mind your brand. You guys are on here from all over the globe. Whatever market you sell in, if you sell in the U.S., you can sell in the Middle East, you can sell in Japan, Germany. The U.S. is by far the biggest market still, but you have the opportunity to for this product to sell across the globe and truly have a global business. Again, the title of this thing was around $1,000 a day, right? If you're selling your product, again, without ever having to touch it yourselves or anything, you can have your product selling literally across the globe for a lot more. This little survey, which we did with some partners about what categories that some of the investors like to buy the most. And so these are the categories, just to give you a sense. Home and garden is the category they like the best. Pet supplies, baby products, health and personal care, and outdoors, tools and home improvement, sports and beauty are the biggest ones. You can see down there. Doesn't mean if, automotive, that someone can't have a very successful business there. I'm just showing you directionally from the investors in my network what they're most interested in buying for the brand. And this can change over time a little bit, but I thought this is helpful info. Again, I'm giving you guys a lot of little pieces here tonight. Don't get overwhelmed by it. It's more about, again, understanding the big picture, the opportunity that you can do this, that the brand is the ability to build your own brand right here in 2024 has never been greater, the opportunity, and there's more tools and support and ability to do this. And one of the things for Amazon now is leveraging some of these other platforms. So driving outside traffic around some of these things through social media and through other things. And so, as I said at the beginning, I speak a lot. I get asked to speak a lot about AI when it relates to Amazon. And there are some tools you can use, and AMZScout has some really cool AI tools built into it now that allows you to generate your listing, which is awesome. But the ChatGPT, you should use this daily. It's free, right? The 3.5 version is free, and basically prompt it, and you can ask it to do so many different things to help write your listing, help find products, find who your ideal customer is for Amazon. Anything that you need to do, if you want a launch strategy, anything you can think of that you don't know, ask ChatGPT. One tip is always tell ChatGPT it's an expert or whatever you're doing. So if you want to use ChatGPT for Amazon, first thing you tell is you are an Amazon selling expert. And then you tell ChatGPT, whatever you want it to do. Help me find 5 amazing products to sell on Amazon, etc. But the reality is I use it more for helping things, sometimes communicating with Amazon. I'm going to use a tool like AMZScout more for validating the data, the specific data. Because the one thing AMZScout has that ChatGPT doesn't is, several things, is that it's real. AMZScout has real Amazon data, whereas ChatGPT has the entire internet, which is great, but doesn't have the actual API connection right into Amazon. So I'm going to go through the tools with AMZScout now. Again, the reason Amazon private label FBA is so valuable is why I'm such a big believer in it, is because you own the asset, right? You really have the opportunity to be successful with the business, to really own the brand, and you're not selling someone else's product, someone else's brand. And it's like renting a home versus owning your home, right? If you're going to rent your home and the value of that home goes way up, you don't benefit from it, right? Because you're a renter. If you own the home, or if you build the home yourself, then you get all the upside. And that's the real power of entrepreneurship. If I'm going to be an entrepreneur, right, I want to do it in a way that I'm going to benefit, not just kind of piggyback off of some temporary cash flow, but miss out on the big money, which is the ability to someday exit the asset as well too. So we're talking about the AMZScout Pro extension. I'm going to show you guys a demo. So this is, when it comes to your Amazon business, is finding products, validating products is super important. Everything from understanding trends to understanding the sales volume on the platform. It can be almost overwhelming for people. They don't know where to begin. But AMZScout, the tool, really, I love it. The interface is by far the most user-friendly tool out there to really help you understand what the opportunities are in the space. So we'll do a couple examples in a minute. So the Pro extension is personally my favorite tool. So this is in Google Chrome. You need the Chrome extension for AMZScout. I absolutely love it. It is it's really smart the way the team built it here. And it does this stuff. It analyzes it at a push of a button. It tells you the analysis on the product. So we're going to pick some here in a moment, and we'll try some out. And again, I talked earlier about, hey, how much profit is there, how much demand is there, and how much competition. So, I talked about it is the three things. You want to look at the demand, can you compete, and the profit. So it's just in a different order. But they actually give you details on it, thumbs up, thumbs down. So how cool is that? It really helps you validate this the product here for you. And from there, you can actually go right into supplier. So they make it really easy. It interfaces with Alibaba directly, and you can go in there and right on the spot. Now, sourcing your products is really important. We've got a lot of expertise in making sure you can find the best suppliers. But in the tool, it can get you connected right there, all these different countries. Pretty awesome. There's a lot more too in terms of the estimated sales of a product every month, the reviews. You got to understand, and I feel it better just even showing you guys this stuff live, because it's again, this extension, it overlays on top of Amazon. All you do is hit the extension, and it does all of this analysis for you, and it's a massive advantage for you. Think about this: you can go through 10 products, 20 products, 50 products, and just see it right there until we get the opportunity that we want. Another tool I really love is the AMZScout product database. So this tool makes it super easy to put in certain criteria. You can put in some of the categories, like you heard me earlier say that some of the patio, lawn, and garden, that the investors really like this category. Home and kitchen is very popular. Pet supplies does really well. Sports and outdoors. So you can go into, I like to go in each of these individually. When you do this, go into one at a time and then analyze the opportunity. You can set different criteria here around the products, around keywords, and even click this trending products or new products and get this great data and feedback for this. So it's really unique what the tool does here. Reverse ASIN lookup. You can take an ASIN is just basically the unique code for a given listing. You can take that code and put it in here and have it reverse search and look at all the keywords that it does well for. Because remember, this business is really keyword driven. And so you want to know what the keywords are and what the monthly search volume is, right? Because this is paper towel at 430,000. That's massive, right? I like keywords that have at least 500 to 1,000 views per month are good. But when you start talking 5,000 views, 10,000 views, and these things, this is massive traffic just for this, each of these individual keywords. And this is really cool. This is something new from AMZScout, the AI listing builder. You can build a unique listing for your product using the most popular keywords, and it'll literally write the whole listing for you. So this is a total game changer. We used to pay thousands of dollars to have someone map all of this out, find all of it, and now there's the AI list builder, and AMZScout will do it completely different. So again, I wanted to give you that overview of AMZScout because that is an important tool on how to do this stuff right. This is a tool we use ourselves, and we want to show you. I'm going to show you a live demo of it as well too. These are some of the differences from competitors. So you need a good tool. You don't need a bunch of tools, but you need one solid, reliable tool. And this AMZScout tool is that. So it gets you really good data, and it's at a really affordable price. There's so much value, and you'll see that in a bit. And they give you all this great things about the top 1% of performing products. They send it out to you. All these new features. They have all these unique reports and stuff that just blow me away. And you can literally find amazing products in a very short period of time and time again. So I'm going to do a quick live demo of AMZScout for you guys here. All right. So, all right. So on my screen here, I typed in massage gun. You can type in whatever you want. I was talking earlier, Joe, we were talking about, I'm going to try something totally different. Massage guns sell like crazy, right? There's like millions of sales. So let me hit this for a quick second and we'll take a look. So it doesn't matter the product. I hit the Chrome extension up in the front there, and all of a sudden it calculates this little thing here, right? So it does this. It gives you all of this incredible data, and it's going to tell me the average monthly revenue. This is monthly revenue is $178,000 per product, right? Insane, right? And the reality is, and I'm going to even, see if I can make this even a little bigger on my screen here, is it tells you who the type of seller is. So Amazon FBA means it's someone just like you and I, right? The estimated, those are the sponsored product, but here you go past the sponsored ads because those ones get top. These are like the organic ranked ones, $455,000 a month. So 500,000, that's like over 5 million, close to $6 million a year, just the one product. 1.192 million per month. And then you can see all of these different guys selling these things. So crazy, crazy money, right, in these massage guns. Now they're going to be more competitive because typically the number of reviews are going to be higher too, like 7,000, 1,200. But you see some 339, 96, 113 reviews doing 100,000 a month. That's $1 million product at 113 reviews only. You can get 10, 20 people to get you reviews out of the get-go, and then start getting your sales and get up to 100 reviews. Right, so absolutely do be 100,000 a month. These are all $1 million sellers. So that's an example of like a home run product, right? Like $1 million, and you can see AMZScout does it all. It gives me all this data. You can hit the trends button. It will give you the trends for the product. This is how it sells during the course of the year, which is cool. That's the Google Trends for it, and this is just. You can see the peaks during the year, during the holiday season, it peaks up at times. So that's super cool. And you can go right to the suppliers on Alibaba, like we showed you before. If I hit this button right into Alibaba, I can start connecting with manufacturers and making this idea and translate that into an actually a business, transform it into action, right? By just simply going right to this button here, and it's all right in there. Let's use another example. Maybe that's not as big of a seller. I'm going to do cup holder for couch. Cup holders for couches. Let me see here. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, maybe do cup holder. Let's try even this one, cup holder trays. Oops. You can see I type in cup holders, it starts talking about these are the most popular things, right? So if I wanted to see all these things, it goes right there. So cup holders for couch is pretty good. And is it one word? Is it two? All right, cup holders for couch. Cup holders for couch, cup holder, da-da-da. All right, let's just do that. Let's see what it does. And now let's take not a crazy popular product, right? I would not know a single brand in this category, but AMZScout, let's see what it thinks about this category. So we're going to run that here. So you can just do this with every product. You can do this with friends if they're interested in the business. Look at it. You're like, hey, let's take a look at how much this stuff sells. Is there demand for it on Amazon? How competitive is there? You can look at the reviews for that. And then you can use a profit calculator to look at the profitability for it as well too. So, and because I'm online live with you guys here right now, the data may take a long time. That's why I showed you the massage gun, the first one, but I may have to let it sit here for a few minutes. It's pretty quick. Now I spoke too soon because the data is coming back. So let's see what it says for this one. It says, let's take a look here. It's still visibility score, niche score. There it goes. It's calculating now. Here we go. It was still working here. So the niche score is a 7, and you can see again the average revenue now is 21,000, 5,000, 10,000. 10,000 a month. Again, that's 120,000 a year. So that's a 6-figure business with only 55 reviews, right? 100,000 a month. Now that's the big one there because they 6,000. You can see 30,000 a month, right? We can sort by the revenue: 100,000, 90,000, 90,000, 90,000 a month, which is a $1 million business at only 218 reviews. That's amazing. That's pretty interesting, actually. That's phenomenal. So, and you can go check out the product. This is what it looks like, right? So if you had some version of this, maybe a cool color that stands out to you, this product right here is one. It shows that it's hot right here. So they give you sales grew by 20% more in the past month, and you can view the sales history as well too. And you can go up here. I like this. You can go up to the niche score. This is one of my favorite things. It just does it for you, right? It shows you the overall score, high profitability, high margins. The niche is relatively new. The sales are like, again, this isn't a home run, but this is like a single or a double, right? Like in baseball, you don't need to hit home runs all the time. If you can get singles and doubles, like you don't need a lot of money to get into this, right? Competition, medium, right? Not saturated, not a lot of Amazon sellers, low competition. These are all really nice things that I like to see, right? So this is an example of a category. Again, we just pulled this up on a heartbeat and can analyze in a very short period of time. We can see it. So can you guys see how this is really powerful to basically shape and build your own Amazon brand, to give you that time freedom, to give you that financial freedom that you're looking for? This to me is what it's about right here. So I wanted to just show you that to you live so you guys can see it. This is what I do if I have someone interested with getting into Amazon, or have friends and people want to learn about it. I pull this up and start looking at products or ideas they have. I say, hey, let's take a look at it. Let's pull up the AMZScout thing here, and we'll analyze it very quickly, and we'll be able to tell if it's popular or if it's a good fit or not. That is the tool itself. So again, you saw you want to have low to medium competition, good profitability. Look for places you can add value. Like I said, my idea for adding value there is to be as simple as a different color, or something that looks sharp, or making it look a little nicer. Maybe it's an extra little feature to that cup holder that can really make it stand out and do better than the other ones out there. The reality is that we're here. The reason we do the partner with AMZScout is to help you guys do what we do. I'm going to pivot. I showed you some tools at the beginning. I talked about it's really important to have your why. Like, do you want financial freedom? Do you want time freedom? Are you looking for both? And that's what this business has afforded me over time and time again, and what it can really afford you if you guys take advantage of the process as well too. So in order to act upon these things, we have to kind of understand the dynamic. So some of the things I see people, if you do something the wrong way or you don't follow the right approach, then of course it's not going to work, right? So too many people sell in similar ways. People follow the wrong path. They're jumping around to like different videos and their YouTube, and they don't know exactly what to follow. Or I've seen people follow people that are not real Amazon sellers. You don't see them at events. They're not out there with other people. They're just kind of online people, and you want to make sure you avoid those situations. Or even worse yet, just people don't get started, right? Because the biggest thing I see that gets in people's way is fear. They have fear to like, can they do this themselves, right? I know it worked for you, but can you do this yourself? And that's the thing where I talk about a wealthy mindset versus poor mindset, is you've got to be able to invest in yourself and focus on an opportunity. Don't chase 10 different things at once, but really hone in on a path and get surrounded by the right people. So again, we come across a lot of people that don't get started. They regret not getting after it. And so the solution we talk about is, hey, build this brand where you own the brand itself. And you can do this from anywhere, and you have that freedom to really live your life on your terms, do it when you want. I still work, but we do it when we want. So for me, what's important, I have 3 boys. I've been able to be at all of their athletics. I've been able to coach them. I've been able to go on trips with them. Tomorrow I'll be flying up to Virginia with one of my boys for lacrosse. Like, I can go wherever we want, when we want, and my business continues to operate no matter where I am. I'm not dependent. I'm not sitting in meetings with people, right, for someone else to make money. This is, direct to myself and my family. You have this ability to easily build a multi-6-figure, even 7-figure business very, very quickly, and it's really powerful. Again, the reason why I got into Amazon is because I want to be in something that has a lot of runway, that has a lot of excitement, that has a lot of growth, that's kind of cool, in my opinion. And that's what this business afforded me specifically, because it was like, hey, if I could get into this business here, I knew the long-term growth opportunities were going to be there for years to come. And that's what we're experiencing, right? And that's why there's so many people benefiting from this, and you have the opportunity to do so yourself. This is what I talked about earlier, the growth of Amazon in total. We've talked about this as well too, but just, the whole power, the reason why this model is so powerful is because all of this that happens at the warehouse, this is Amazon's warehouses. They have them all over the world, right? In the US, they have them all. They have one right down the street. This is how they get the products to the customer so quickly, right? Same day, next day, no later than 48 hours. Amazon stores all the products. They fulfill all the products, handle all the customer service. All you have to do is just have the product shipped over there to them, right? And so that's where I call it leveraged income. Your dollars fill up from the sales, letting Amazon do what it does best. Getting to page 1's really important. So you got to make sure you know how to get your product visible. And so it's something we're really good at with our methodologies. You don't have to overcomplicate it. It's really a combination of using some tools to drive external traffic, and then how to use Amazon advertising really, really effectively. We're connected. We have the best automation tools to really automate your entitled ads process so that your product just continues to rank higher and higher. This is one of our product launches in March. You can see the first day we came out, we did $1,000 that day. Then we dipped down a little bit less. By day 5, was at 5,000. Then we got to 10,000, and we got to 13,000 a day. It went so quickly, we actually ran out of stock, which we usually do not do that. We don't recommend that, but it happened so fast that was the happen. But that's our methodologies do work. And so the result is this global brand that you own yourself. So one of the things that's been the key to my success is I'm never afraid to ask for help. And I'm always looking. Matter of fact, I'm always looking to surround myself and put myself in situations where I can be better. We can stretch. We can learn things. We can learn from other people. So one of my key principles is never be afraid to ask for help. I like the analogy that I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. And better yet, you want to learn from processes and people that have already been through this as well too. So I say, is building $1 million business hard? I would say yes. If it was easy, everyone would do it, right? But it's a matter about having a process, having detail, and having the mindset, kind of that wealth mindset, to go after it and build this stuff yourself.